Hey Josh, it's Tuesday, and first off, to answer your question from last week, I can't really say, um, because if I'm remembering correctly, I know that I say that every single time that I start these, but, it was something along the lines of if I still feel like a kid or if I feel like an adult. Honestly, I'm kind of in that weird in between still. I feel at least, because, like, yeah, I have responsibilities, yeah, I have a job and such, but at the same time, it's like, I'm still inexperienced, basically, is what it is. I've really only been adulting, quote unquote, for about 3.5 years or so. Like, truly adulting. I know that's not actually a word, but yeah, I don't know, it's, like I said, I just feel like I'm still inexperienced, I guess is the best way to put it. But speaking of, adulting, kind of contradictory to what I was just saying, I've been working on my paper almost nonstop. Yay! Yeah, I think I've mentioned that I have like a big history paper that's due the Wednesday after I get back from Massachusetts, and I'm hoping to get that done by tomorrow evening. So I still have a decent amount of work to do, and I have a lot more references to put in and such. I have pretty much every single court case and newspaper article and such that I'm planning on using. I don't know if I actually fully stated what I'm arguing for this paper. Sorry, I had a burp. I just finished eating a little bit ago, this is that know your rights thing that I asked you what amendment I should do, and I am still doing the Fourth Amendment. But the angle that I'm going at it is with facial recognition and how, with such advancements in technology, that it should, or that the Fourth Amendment, I think my focus is spamming out because I have my glasses on. But, right, sorry. Just facial recognition and how, with the advancements in that technology, if that should be protected under the Fourth Amendment or not. A lot of the cases that I've found are saying yes, it should be protected under the Fourth Amendment, and that is generally how people judge it. But I don't know. I still feel like there's a lot of stuff still that is up in the air, so to speak. Like one of the big things that I'm wanting to talk about, like I said, is facial recognition. With things like Snapchat, and even to like get into your iPhones or Androids for those people that use the facial recognition to open it up. Like, if the government is using, or if the government is somehow getting into your phone and getting your facial recognition information, I guess, should they be allowed to do that? That's kind of the main thing that I'm going at. Kind of similar to the example that you had when you were talking about it. What was that, like a month and a half ago or whatever? But slightly different though at the same time. But yeah, it's definitely been pretty fascinating to say the least. Because just with like, oh, if in those terms and policies or whatever they're called that no one ever reads because it'd take like 10 hours to read them, like, is there a clause somewhere in that says yes, where or the government is allowed to, or by accepting these terms and conditions, the government is allowed to get your personal information through your phone? So would that, or like, is there something in there for that? It's honestly made me kind of wonder if maybe I should, like remake all my social medias just to check to see to take the 10 hours that I don't have to read the all the terms and conditions just to see if there's a clause or bullet point or whatever in there that is saying that, like I said, by accepting these terms and conditions, the government is allowed to get your facial recognitions from our website or app or whatever. But yeah, it's I don't know. I keep telling people. I've told Tori's family. I've told a few of the people in my class, and I've also mentioned it to my coworkers that I don't want to get too deep in. I think I've also mentioned it to mom and dad, but I don't want to get too deep into this for what's the word? For fear of can you tell that I'm brain dead? For fear of becoming a conspiracy theorist. But yeah, it's I'm enjoying the paper. It's still stressful because it's a research paper, and like I like learning about the court cases and such for it, but I've never been good at research papers, and so I'm kind of hesitant to with it. I went to the Writer Center yesterday at school, and I'm planning on going again tomorrow before class, just to be like, hey, am I doing this correctly? And like I said, I'm hoping to get it done by tomorrow evening, so I'll keep you updated. So I guess that'll do it for this video. So Josh, my question for you is, what is your stance on the facial recognition and government getting into our phones? Do you feel like, though, that facial recognition should also be protected under the Fourth Amendment? So that'll do it for this video. So Josh, I will see you actually in person on Friday. Later, bro.